me quickly share my screen. How are you all doing today? All good? Okay, so good morning, everyone. Just give me a second, team. So it looks like the markets wanted to teach you all. Great. Let me quickly share my screen. Guys, this session is going on live in both YouTube and Zoom. So currently, I'll enable the Zoom as well and the YouTube as well. Okay. So let's quickly look at the markets before we go into the concepts as such. So what the markets have been suggesting and what the markets have been doing it. So look at the way the market is being tanking. What is the reason for this market to fall all of a sudden when it was on a bullish move? So anyone can say it. I think a lot of newcomers will be there. In the interest of time and everybody, this is Shivakumar Jayachandran. I'm going to be your host for the day, and I will be explaining you all the concepts about the kingdom theory and so on. But before that, yesterday we posted a message in the Telegram channel about something. What was that is all about? The gap theory. How many of you were able to understand the gap theory? That is something which we are going to be learning in the mentoring session. Don't worry. Can you see the gap here? This is what has been a problem area for the bulls. So when they are moving up, they should have filled this gap before they make a move. But this is what is coming back to haunt them. This is what is coming back to haunt them. That's exactly the thing which is not going to be good for the bulls. We will be getting in detail on that gap and everything. But before we move further, as a disclaimer, guys, this session is going to be only for the educational purposes. Please do not blindly trade based on the information. You needed to make your own choice, or you have to consult your own financial like an advisor. I will not be responsible for any of your profit or loss. With that being said, please do not try to mimic or copy my trades in case if I take one. So with all that being said, we will get into the markets now. I hope all of you are feeling fresh. Let me mute my video. Okay, so what is that which we are going to be looking at? Let me, guys, just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'll be back because some of you are saying screen is not visible properly. Just give me a second. Okay, can you confirm now if you're able to hear my voice perfectly and if you're able to see my screen as well perfectly? We have made some changes. Okay, great. Some of you, if you're still not able to, please check your internet connection. If not, please log out and log in. You should be able to do it. Okay. Where exactly the market data? I'll just give you a quick glance on what is happening in the markets and then we will move on. So at this current juncture, the markets were extremely bullish in the morning and people were literally been thinking that why is this market is literally moving everywhere? So you would have seen at the highs, the market is trying to give you a clear breakdown. But in terms of the short build-up, you can see from the high, the fall has been pretty severe, but it is not the way I would have been expecting it to fall. But still, I would still say this is fall is again going to be an area of concern. If anybody who is like thinking like in a bull, this area, this is going to be an area of concern. Bull as such, they needed a strong momentum, and that momentum was there in the opening, like in a 1 hour. But beyond that, the bad started to come back. The bad started to come back when they know that there was an complete gap which was missed out by the bulls when they were going up. So normally on a 3 minute time frame, any gap that is getting formed, we normally tend to think that that gap will get filled sometime during intraday. 90% of the time, these guys come and fill those gaps. Even now, this was the gap which I was talking about. So what is the gap level? If you look at it, the high on this candle is 50,586.20. The next candle which got formed The low on that candle is 50,592.30. So there is almost a gap of 6 to 7 rupees here. So that was the gap which should have been filled when they were going up, which they didn't. So what has happened? From a high of 51,180, they have almost come 600, 700 points in no time. And the most important thing is there was a gap here which got filled here. Now, this particular candle, I would have ideally expected them to fill the gap, which was not the case. So if you look at the closure on the low on this one, 50,590. The gap on this one is still at 50,586.20. So there is another 4 points which is left out. So any move on the upside, can I be comfortable going and taking a trade? Not at this juncture, unless and until the gap is getting filled. So I would wait for the gap to fill. In the meantime, I will start to look for the data. So if you look at it, the data is clearly in the morning, it was absolutely bullish. If you look at the positional data as well, including the trending OI data, it is still bullish. If you remember, as long as this data is getting bullish, it's fine. But the problem is they have started to add more positions on the call side. Now it will be like in a point of concern. When it will be really good, I would love to see these gaps like in getting filled pretty quick. Then we may see a good momentum happening in our favor. Until and unless that happens, I would still say this market is going to be a dicey one. It is going to be a choppy one for the people who think that this market is going to be giving them all the rewards. Nope. This is not going to be an ideal market wherein I wanted to completely go in one side of the wicket. I wouldn't want it to do that. So this is like in a consolidation area. So what I would simply expect to get this gap filled, I'll just draw a line so that you will know whether the gap is getting filled or not. So the gap is 50,586.20, right? So though it looks like the gap is getting filled, there is a minor area which is still a cause of a concern. So once that is filled, probably yes, you may be all be smiling all the way. That's something which we will be looking at. Okay. So one more thing today for a cause of a concern. Though the Bank Nifty is extremely getting bullish, HDFC is 1% up, ICICI is 1%, Kotak, Axis, SBI is the one which has been dragging in the last few minutes or so. If you look at the Nifty has been on a steady fall since morning. Nifty is not gaining the momentum what the Bank Nifty has been doing it. That is again a big cause of a concern. If you are a person who wanted both the indices to go well, then we would have expected the Nifty also to be moving up, which is not the case. Now, how many of you looking at this data are saying there is a two-candle theory getting formed? So that is something which we are going to be looking at in the markets as well today. So that's something which we needed to see it. Correct? Okay. With that being said, we are currently observing it. Either the market needed to take above the VWAP on the Bank Nifty, especially considering the Bank Nifty expiry is taking place today. They needed some large momentum to be happening. Once that happens, then probably, yes, we may get the momentum back again in the favor of the bulls. If not, the bears has an opportunity to go and attack this area once again and then bring it back. But to do that, the bulls have to do lot of work, and the bears, they know they have like and having bulls on their mat. Look at this. From 34 rupees, the prices went to 562. Now it is back at that 120, 130 mark. This is like absolutely crazy. Someone who's playing for a directional trade, these guys would have got butchered, because if you'd have thought that, okay, from I can start to focus on writing the puts instead of the calls, they would have got butchered here. The reason is from 432 came to 45 all the way and went to 270 to 80 odd mark. Now it is coming around the 130, 140 mark. So this market is absolutely for the scalpers more than the positional players or someone who thinks that I will be able to enter on one side and then maintain my momentum and then take a trade. Now, in case if the market continues this momentum, where exactly you can expect some kind of a resistance to be happening somewhere around here. Do we see a gap here on this candle? Let me see. This low on this one is 50,900. And this one is 50,905. No, there is no gap. So they just needed to keep on moving it. Let's see whether how long they are going to be doing that. If they are able to do that, yes, then it will be a good one. But we just needed to observe. This market is going to be more for observation, guys. This market is not going to give you easy money. And when you have made money on a day like today, just stay light. Okay. So if you have made money, your intention is to protect the profits rather than getting into the markets again. Okay. So this is the area which is going to be for me like in a more of a consolidation zone. So if you look at it, it took a while for the bulls to break this range and then go higher. So similarly, on the way down, in case if they are able to like clear this area with the volume, then yes, you might see the momentum. But if that doesn't happen, then this is the area wherein you will see the uh, bulls again holding it and the bears holding it. Someone has to break the shackle in case if they wanted to take the move in their favor. So every move on the upside, you can clearly see the market is not willing to inch up because they know someone is going to push those markets lower, drag it, and then take out that gap. So in terms of the premium, still the call side premiums are pretty high compared to the put side. But though it is all very less on an expiry day, still the premiums are little high on the call side. I'll come back to this mentoring later. So trending OI data, it is clearly getting into positive, but I would still say we needed to wait till this gap getting filled. This is the area I wanted to see what these guys do after filling the gap. So if you look at this, this is on a daily chart. The markets are clearly suggesting that Shiva, we almost made a double top and then we are starting to falter. So almost from the election, the election day result low of 46,000, we have been going towards that 51,000 odd mark. This is like in a crazy 5,000 points. So naturally, you can expect some kind of a profit booking to be happening at the higher level. Imagine if the bulls have some legs, further legs to be happening, they will definitely try to take it. But they just needed a breather, right? It has been like a non-stop journey, and they would definitely wanting to have some kind of a breather before they make the next move. That's exactly the area which the bulls would be literally like thinking about. Because today is a day wherein I wanted to take some profits off the table and then wait it out, see how things have been playing out, and then I will come back later. That's the message which is coming in. But I wanted to see whether they are going to be filling the gap in a pretty quick time or they are going to be taking their own sweet time. That's something which we needed to be watching out for. So in terms of the Nifty, I wouldn't be too concerned about the Nifty gap today. The primary reason why I'm not be concerned about the Nifty gap, because today is an index where most of the focus will be on the Bank Nifty. Many people wanted to focus on the Bank Nifty trade and everything, and that's where today, whatever the big move is going to be happening, it has to happen here. So let's see whether the bulls have any courage to take it here and then drag the people again, once again lower, or they're going to be dragging it from here itself and then trapping the people completely. Okay, so we are in a very, very dicey zone. So next couple of hours is going to be very interesting. Many people ask me, Shiva, like, and how come whenever you are taking a session, we're getting a big move on that particular day? I don't know why. This has been announced already, right? It's not as if like, and we announced that session only on that particular day. We announced the session long back. Still, if it is happening, that means there is something which is beyond our control and we needed to accept it and we needed to enjoy that as well. Okay. So it looks like Bulls wanted to give something back and they are just trying to inch it up a little higher. Let's see whether they will be able to focus on getting it on top of this place and then keep moving it, or whether the Bears are going to be getting another candle, attacking it all the way here, and then taking it back. Okay. In the meantime, what are we going to be doing? So we were talking about the kingdom strategy. And I was telling you all that, like, and let's try to play a game of chess to understand it. How many of your chess players here? Okay. So even I have played some chess game, but not like in the way you guys would have done it. I have played in a small way. So I would not have like in a competed. It was just for fun. We will be playing in the street with other kids, right? That's how we used to play it in our childhood. But it is one of those games which will definitely help you all to understand why chess has a major role similar to in the markets. Because if you are able to make some moves in the chess, I'm pretty sure you will also be able to understand and decode what is going to be happening in the markets as well. Market is something which will also show you a similar kind of an area. It will show you, okay, if this is moving like this, it will also be moving like this. That's a way the chess will also be showing you. And the markets can also show you the similar kind of a move. Now, on that front, yes, the session is getting recorded. Don't worry about it. Now, I think I've kept the chess board open for you. Let me just check. Okay. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to be going to show you a game of chess. So we are going to be playing against someone from the online. Okay, so chess.com is one of the portals wherein in case if you wanted to take a try, this is a very good portal in case if you wanted to try against some opponents or some against the computers or the bots, you should do it. So now, considering that I'm going to be making a move, we will start a move and I will be slowly explaining you what are the things which I'm going to be looking at and what are the possibilities which is going to be there. Imagine if I'm a player, I wanted to go and defeat the enemy kingdom, right? So what is this? The pawn. So first move, I'm making it. I'm making a move against a pawn, and the opponent is like ready for a game, and he is moving it. So now I'm just going to be supporting it. So whenever you're making a putting some capital, you are going to be protecting that capital with some more, right? Imagine if your trade is going in a loss, you will go and average your trade till there is an area, but you don't want to go into the enemy territory. So that's how you will do it. And now he's bringing his knight. How the knight moves? Knight moves makes an L move like 1, 2, and 3. So it is an L move. But the good news for knight is it can pass through anyone. Even if someone is there right in front, it can pass through. So knight is coming in the forward. So now what I will try to do, I'll try to see if I can keep a check for the king. That means I'm just going for the kill straight away without even having a protection. This is like going a naked position thinking that I will be able to take out the king. That means I'm going and taking out the enemy. But unfortunately, enemy is prepared. He is pulling his, what to say, putting his pawn underneath. So now what I will try to do, I will take one step further back. Now what am I going to do? I will wait for him to make a move. Now he is again making a move. I will try to bring my horse out. I'm just getting all my important ingredients in the front. All my important ingredients in the front. Trying to see what I can do to the best way. Now, one more move. I will try to get this to this area. Where exactly? Okay. So let's see whether he is prepared for this as well. Okay. He is bringing his queen. Can you see it? That is his open interest. So for me, queen is the open interest. I'll be explaining you the concept. So he's trying to bring his main player into the picture. Now, what I will try to do, I will try to see if I can encounter that guy somehow. I'm just going to be making another move here. So he's bringing his horse. Now, will he protect his queen? Let's see. Now, the important thing is we made a mistake. What was the mistake here? What was the mistake I made? I did enter without any protection. That's exactly most of the time tend to do, right? We go into a trade without even thinking whether we will be able to win the trade or not. That's the reason I wanted to show you that mistake. So instead, what I should have done, if I would have been taking a move from here, I should ensure that if this guy is moving around, who can protect me. Now, I don't want to go with that kind of a move. Then what I can do, I can go take this guy here and then give a protection. Now look at it. Whether this guy will be beaten, yes, but I have a protection here, then this will help me a lot. So always remember, when you're taking a trade, you needed to ensure that you are getting yourself protected, and at the same time, you are moving in that particular direction. Now, this is taken care. What else next? Now I have one more option to take my, what to say, we have controlled it. Now I can do a castling. That means you are shuffling your king along with this kind of a move. Okay, he is very fast in terms of getting whatever the move. Okay, let's see whether we'll be able to do that. I think he's going for the pause here. Now I'm going to be giving a protection here. Now he is going towards that, but he forgot that I have an rook here which can go for the kill. Now that we have created, and he is also like in a killing it pretty fast. The game is in like in an aggressive mode now, right? Who's going for the kill? He is literally today, he is in the move. So now this guy can move like this. I'll show you. He can move like this. 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 For me, this guy is not even having any protection. So when you're taking a trade, you needed to look at all possibilities, whether this guy is going to be beating me or whether there is going to be some area wherein I can also get beaten out. All those things are very important in this kind of a market. So if you are not going to be looking at the data, then we will completely get ourselves trapped. Okay, so we will be completely getting ourselves trapped. So please do not do that. That's very important in this market. We needed to ensure that these guys are literally giving us all the opportunities, and at the same time, we also needed to protect it. So I'm going to be making a small move. If I make a move here, it'll get killed. So I needed to wait it out. Either I needed to take this guy out, or else anyway, I'm going to be losing it. So in case if I'm moving it here, at least I can protect this guy. Just give me a second, guys. I'll be back. We will kill this knight and then we'll be back. Okay, so we are just making a small move here and there and then making sure that this guy is not getting trapped anywhere. And now we have one in our enemy territory. It is like he's crossing our RSI and he is getting into our territory. It's all a mind game now, right? So we is having around the 3 or 4, and we are like in playing with these kind of moves. Now, for me to get into his territory, I can use my queen, and at the same time, I can also use my bishop, rook to go for the attack. One good advantage is he doesn't have his queen available. So that is something which I'm going to be focusing on. Though I may not be like in a playing, I'm just giving you all a nice insight on what I'm planning to do. So using the queen, I needed to create that. So what I can do now, should I kill this guy? I have options actually. I can kill this, or I can kill this and then keep a check here so that the king can move here and I can go and kill this rook. Once the rook is gone, then it will be a very difficult job. So considering the way it is, what I will try to do, I'll go for the kill now. So will they be able to attack me anywhere? No. So now, can you like can see it here? He has moved here. Now I have an option to kill him. He is moving around. I have an option to kill him, but in case if I kill, what will happen? The other rook on the other side can come and kill me. Now the only question mark is whether I can keep a check again. Yes, it is, if it is possible. So he is moving it that side. What I will try to do, I needed to bring some more into the game. We will slowly not have any protections left for these guys. Okay, so we will try to get these things going now. I'm giving a protection to the queen. Mhm. Okay, so now watch out for this move. Check for the king again. He is coming and trying to do a protection here. Now what I can do, okay, we will try to bring it here. So he's taking back his bishop back. Now I needed to go on the full attack mode. Okay. So what we will try to do, we will try to take all these pawns forward to see whether like and we are able to move forward and create another queen over there. Okay. He's also like in playing a game over there. Now I'm getting a free run over here. Okay. So I can move this guy around and also this guy around. So what we will try to do, we needed to be using it very wisely to go and attack. And at the same time, we needed to play a defensive game as well. Guys, I'm just showing you how the mind works. So what I'm going to be looking at, when I'm making this move, what is this going to be his next move? What is going to be my next move? I needed to plan all those. Without that, it'll be very difficult. So if someone is thinking about only one particular move, you will get trapped. Don't do that. Instead, you think about all the multiple moves that you can do from this particular side. That's most important at this current juncture. Okay. So he's trying for this. Now I have no other choice other than to protect this guy at this current juncture, because if I leave it as it is, he can come and kill our Luke. So always think about what is going to be his move and how you're going to be protecting him. Now, the interesting question mark is whether he will be able to attack it or not, correct? If he is going to be attacking this, what should be my answer? Not bad. He's going for the queen. Sorry, king. Now I have a very good opportunity to go forward in case if this guy is going to be like in playing a game here. We needed to ensure that he's not coming here. So now he has moved the rook here. That means he's wanting to come into our territory. Okay, so when someone is really keen on getting into our territory, we needed to ensure that that guy is not going to be coming in. That guy is not going to be coming in. That is something which we needed to keenly track for it. So the reason why I'm not going and attacking the queen here, This guy is defending it. Can you see it? So in case if I go and keep a check here, this guy can automatically go and kill my queen. So the best step is to go and make a move using this guy now. Will they be able to attack it? No. So I'm just going for one round of a move here. Let's see what is he going to be bringing to the table. Okay, strange, but I have no other choice. Why does he needed to move this here when he can only make a move to this, or like I can go and kill it, and at the same time I can also make a move towards this. He feels that this rook is more important for him to get it removed. That's the reason he's making all these moves. Now we will also do one round of a trap if possible. Let's see whether he is able to protect himself now. Okay, so he is also like in planning it smart. But one thing is, he has left something for us on the table. So we are going for the kill now. How I can do that? Going for the check. In case if I keep it, what will happen? This guy can go and kill me. So now I can't make that move. In case if I keep it here, this guy can kill me, but I can kill using my bishop. The next step, I needed to be literally thinking about what is going to be my next step. So I already the king is trapped here. If I'm going to be taking it, I needed some protection for my queen. So now the next question mark is how I can use my queen to go near to the king and at the same time show that like and I'm coming near closer and closer to you. So how I'm going to do it. This is how it is. So he is coming here. Now, what is going to be my next move? I can't keep it there. Somehow I needed to think about this guy because this is the slow guy who is like kind of thinking about that. I think a lot of you are like in a really good chess players, though I'm not it. I'm just trying to show you all whatever the little things which can drag this game so that we will all be able to see. Sorry, uh, just do undo it. Sorry, guys. So I'm just trying to drag this game as much as possible. So the only way is to go and attack these guys as much as possible now, right? Or else the game will be keep on dragging it to an extent wherein we will just keep on playing for the day. Should I allow him a king, queen? No. So let's try to take it further. Okay, so what was this move is all about? When he knows that I'm going to be killing him anyway. So is he trying to sacrifice it? Looks like it, right? Okay. Now he's getting into a trap. Not bad. Sorry, this guy, right? One sec. Okay, he is trying to protect. How many of you feel I'm really poor in chess? You all know that now. Should we? No. I think it's been a long time since we played a game of chess, and it is showing up on this one. Okay, you guys suggest me a move. Okay, let's do it by edge. There's too many people. Okay, let's do a check. So this area is protected. You can't go here. I needed to protect this area, and then we are done. So the only question mark is whether you'll be coming it forward here. Okay. Queen to d4. So is king already in the game here? Okay. So the king is left open here. Okay, a check. One more time. Yes, this is going to be part of the trading as well, guys. It's important. It's like instead of a scalping, we are doing like in a positional trade, right? Okay, what is the next move you want me to do? So I'm just making sure that this guy is not coming up anywhere closer to me. So we are like in cornering the king now. So imagine if you are in a position wherein you're cornering a king, taking him to a particular corner and then completely trapping him. That's exactly been we are trying to do now. So somehow I needed to bring this guy closer and closer. Like he wanted to make a move here. Hmm. It took a long time, but finally we won. There would have been many mistakes. Okay. But at the end of the day, chess is something wherein it's been a long time since I've played, maybe around 7, 10 years now. Okay. But chess is a game which can give you all the insights what you wanted to become if you wanted to become into the trading as well. So now, Shiva, how is it going to be helping me in the trading aspects? How is it going to be helping me in the trading aspects? You have seen all the moves and everything. Now let's get into the markets once before we go into the presentations. Okay, so the markets, it almost came lower, didn't fill the gap still. Let's see the Bank Nifty. It has almost given a revenge move. So those who were thinking that the market is going to be doing a reversal, it didn't. It almost tried to fill the gap, but couldn't, but did a complete reversal. Can you see what they did? They did it with the volume. Usually, when they are trying to break the VWAP, they always try to do it with the volume. That's exactly the game which has happened it here as well. So they have moved on either side. They have now clearly taking a game into their own hand and they are making a large move on that particular direction. Okay. So with that being said, how this kingdom strategy is going to be similar to the one which we played at chess. Guys, don't treat me as a chess player. You needed to treat me as like a bot. I would have made several mistakes. That doesn't mean like you also needed to make a similar kind of a mistake. So someone who is learning the chess, yes, someone who was pro. That's the reason I told you most of you are pro. You are not going to be like me. You guys are absolutely going to be killing the game. So I would sincerely appreciate, just look at the way the things are being taught rather than being in completely a player whom I'm showcasing it to. Now, what is this kingdom trading strategy is all about? Similar to the way in chess, how you are going to be protecting your territory and ensuring that you are closing the opponent. So though the king was able to move from there to here, he got came into our RSI. So if you're a bull, don't try to go when it is overbought. If you're an bear when it is oversold, don't try to enter a fresh position. So he tried to enter when we are completely controlling it. That's a reason he lost his game here. So we were completely cornered him there. So in this one, what are the indicators which we will be using? So these are the analogies which we have built. So what are these? Queen is equal to the open interest. So why queen is equal to the open interest? Queen plays a major role. So even if you'd have looked at this game, it's purely because of the queen we were able to win the game. Why? Queen can make a move on either side. So it can move like this, it can move like this, it can go like this. So now king doesn't have any opportunity to go and hide somewhere. So king can only make a one piece move, right? So he cannot go and hide anywhere. That's the reason queen plays a major role, and that's the important reason why I given queen is equal to the open interest, because open interest plays a major role in our trading. Next comes the weapons, which is equal to the volume. Weapons equal to the volume. Moving on, RSI. Why weapons equal to the volume? Because if you have more armory in your kitties compared to here, so you have one, two, three, four, but for them, they just have only a bishop in their kitty. So we have plenty of armory. That's the reason we use that weapons equal to the volume. Next comes the territory, RSI. If you look at it, if I'm heading towards that area, I needed to know whether I have all my forces along with me to go and attack them. If you are coming into my territory without any forces, then you will be getting trapped. That's the reason you needed to know when to enter, when not to enter. That's where RSI coming into the picture. Last one, it is a battle. So whatever the moves which we have been making it, we made 3 mistakes, 2 blunders, we missed wins, 0 as of now, but we could have easily won couple of moves. So these are the things when we are making a like an what to say battle. We needed to ensure that we don't make any mistakes or blunders. Sometimes we do that. Okay, we do a lot of mistakes during trading. Like, and say, for example, I should not have averaged my position here. I would have taken an average. Instead, I should have like an hold on to my position, thinking that there will be a loss. I would have like an exited my position, but it could have given me an easy move. So chess has a lot of similarities with that. That's the reason you needed to be very, very strong in your battle. Whom you needed to take it forward, whom you shouldn't be. All those things to be considered. Next comes indicators. These are the 4 indicators which I use, and I've also given the importance of it. Bishop is equal to the parabolic SAR. How does the bishop moves? I'll show you all these 4, how they move, so that you will understand whether it is totally related to the chess or not. Bishop is equal to the parabolic SAR. We use the setting 0.02, 0.2, 0.2, and knight, which is equal to the super trend, setting is around 10-2 on a 3-minute or a 5-minute time frame. So as a scalper or an intraday trader, I normally use 3-minute or 5-minute time frame, and this is the time frame which we use. And look at this, pawn is equal to the WMA. So currently we have pawn 1. This guy can only make a small move, and he's a guy who will defend your kingdom because he's the first guy who will defend your kingdom. But if you don't treat him well, he can completely fool you as well. That's the reason it's very important to take care of the pawn. Similarly, the knight. Knight, I think currently he is out of the game, but knight is a guy who can make an L move, correct? So super trend tends to move like an L. That's the reason we have showcased how this will needed to be taken into consideration. Next, the rook or the VWAP. If you look at it, this is the guy who gave enough support to the queen here. So our intention is to take out the rook of the opponent so that they, like an, what to say, they become very weak. But for us, as long as the rook is there to support the queen or the open interest, that is the VWAP is there to support the open interest, we will always be able to take a trade. So even today, if you look at it, though the market was falling, the Bank Nifty was falling and everything, what was there in the favor of the bulls for them to take it back again? It is purely this open interest. So if you look at the open interest data, it was still showing me Bank Nifty was having all the data, which will be giving me a clue that, okay, still I'm on your side. They didn't create much positions on the call side. They created more positions on the put side. That's the advantage. That is the advantage. So that's the reason it's important for us to look at the data that way. Clear? Next. So we have seen all the indicators which we use. Now we will see how this is how the bishop moves, right? It is similar to the parabolic SAR. Can you see it? This is a parabolic SAR in the chart, and the bishop also moves similarly. Imagine you being in a white, this one is like in a black, this one white, this one is black. It exactly resembles the way your bishop moves. So we have given what is this indicator? Parabolic SAR equal to the bishop. Next, this is how the horse or the knight moves, right? It is similar to the super trend. Super trend always moves like this, takes a support and then moves, takes a support and then moves. So this is the day wherein the RS, like in the knight was giving you a clear move wherein you don't require anything. You just needed to play along. Use this as a support territory. It will protect you. So it is giving you a clear move that I'm going to be the one who's going to be there all along to support you. That's the reason we are using the knight as a super trend. Next comes your pawn. Can you see this guy? He can make only one step at a time, but he will make like a slow move. He will not be in a hurry. He will just slowly defend your kingdom. As long as, can you see this? As long as he is there, he will protect it. But don't try to go above it multiple times. Once it goes, then he will become like an enemy's partner. Then he will support them. That's the reason I keep insisting people, check the WMA levels. If the WMA is getting broken or tested multiple times, the pawn can become a enemy for you. So in this scenario, he was defending the kingdom till here. Once this area is broken, he started to defend the opponent. Okay, it is similar to what you're witnessing today. The chart is exactly replicating that, right? Similar kind of a move. Now, next one, the rook. Though he will be sitting in the back, similar to this game. Though he will be sitting in the back, he will move around like this. He can protect your, say, for example, queen. He can protect your the bishop, or he can, in case if there is a straight, he can protect your king as well in times of a need. So that's the reason rook is going to be the most important indicators apart from the queen, which is the open interest in this particular game. So with this, what are the things which we needed to consider apart from this? Shiva, these are all fine. What else I can also think about it? Other things which you needed to think about is the biggest problem in the market is you are waging a battle against an unknown enemy. Even like I was playing someone against, right? We do not know who is this guy and whether the summer Jimmy lives in India, lives in US, or lives somewhere else. That is how it is. You are taking a battle which is against an unknown enemy. So we needed to be prepared for that. The Dow futures is something which we needed to be tracking. So if you look at it in the last 15, 20 days or so, more than the global markets and other things, our markets are playing a different game purely based on what we are witnessing in our domestic. What is that? It's purely the election data which is taking the forefront, and we are making sure that elections results and whatever the things we are looking for the stability. And on the day of the results, when the announcement came in, when they thought that they are not going to be getting a clear majority, we saw a huge sell-off happening in the markets. We saw a huge sell-off in the happening in the markets. Next day, yeah, they got 240 plus the TDP and the JDU started to say that like, and we will be supporting the government no matter what. Then they were part of the NDA as well. Then the market started to think that yes, the stability is coming into the picture. I think we all panicked a bit. Now we will try to reclaim whatever that we sold it. So this is how the things change. But Dow futures is something which we needed to consider when there are no major domestic cues coming in. If there are major domestic cues, then we needed to park all these things aside and we needed to focus on other areas. Next comes the European indices. These are DAX, CAC, and FTSE. The US futures trades all through the day. Okay, it's like in almost 20 hours a day you can expect it to trade. Somewhere it starts at around 5 or 5:30 in the morning when the Nikkei markets open, and then shut shop when the US market shuts shop. So during that time, it is like called as a mother market. It will consider all the factors which is happening across the globe, any major news which is happening in Asia, Europe, or any other region. It will take all those parameters into consideration and then do that. So similarly, European markets also play a major game. And we are not looking at all the markets in Europe. We are only looking at the top markets, the developed economies. In that sense, we will be looking at the DAX, CAC, and the FTSE. DAX is the German, CAC is the French, and FTSE is the UK. So we will be looking at only these indices because they play a major role in terms of the market moves. Next comes the bond yields and then the crude. So there is like a lot of correlations which will happen between the crude, bond yields, and so on. Say, for example, whenever you're seeing the crude going higher and higher, you will see the bond yields also spiking. The reason is, if crude goes higher, there is going to be inflation which is going to be getting stoked. That's the reason the bond yields will also go higher. If the bond yields go higher, what will happen? The interest rates will go higher. If the interest rates go higher, automatically the bank's profitability will come down. So that's the reason you will see a lot of connections which will be happening between all these indicators. But these are global allies, but we needed to look at them as well. Imagine today, all of a sudden the dollar index goes above 106, 107 in a quick move. And the crude for some Middle Eastern tension goes from $80 to $85 or $90. Then that is going to be putting a big dent in the banking stocks. Why? We might needed to purchase the crude at a higher price. So we might require a lot of dollars. Then automatically our banks needed to purchase it at a higher cost. And think about the retail, wherein our inflations will get shooted up because of the petrol prices and diesel prices will go up. all those things will play. And that's the reason some days you will see all these factors playing out a fall on the market. Next, these are the Asian indices which we track, normally Nikkei, Shanghai, and the Hang Seng. Next comes the India VIX. On a day like today, if you see the India VIX, election day high was around 30, 35, but from there, it has been continuously been falling, correct? So I'll just show you the India VIX chart. So this is the chart of today. The market was literally going up today, but the VIX was also going up. That is a clear sign that the market is expected to top out somewhere and then fall. If you look at yesterday, I'll show you yesterday. From the high, it is starting to fall. That is a good sign for a bull. For a bull, we don't want the VIX to be spiking. We want the VIX to be falling. As of now, the VIX is again from the high, it has been starting to fall, which is a very good sign. But if you look at it, this is how from the election day it has been playing out. So VIX has been steadily falling. That is a sign of a bullishness, positional bullishness, which is playing out. So we needed to be tracking the VIX not only for positional, we also needed to be tracking it for intraday. That will give you a clue whether they are planning to move up, whether they are planning to move lower, all those. The dollar index, which I was suggesting, it is currently trading somewhere around that 104 to 105 odd mark. That is something which we will be tracking it through the day. Plus the events and the news. What is the major thing which is happening? The election. Now, the next step is going to be the budget, the full-fledged budget, which the new government is going to be placing it before the public on the parliament. So now we needed to see all these factors, how it can help you. Now, with all this, consider yourself as a king in this battle, and let's get into the two-candle theory, which we are going to be explaining it. Many people said, Shiva, like the two-candle theory which you have invented for several years, whether it is really working even in the live market in the current scenario. Yes, it works. Only thing is you needed to know when to play, when not to play. So that's the reason what we have done is we have taken some examples from the recent past rather than showing you, because some past examples also been shown. But I thought, let us take some new example, the fresh ones, so that you will understand, yes, it makes relevant even today with this two-candle theory and so on. So as a scalper, our intention is to find one or two good strategies and keep refining them. So now you put your chess hat, and at the same time, don't put a chess hat like me. I'm not really good at it, but some of you are really good at it. So I would expect you, imagine if a guy like me who can win a game, then think about you all being like an exceptional players who can play chess well, then you will also be able to play the markets very well. Okay, so you needed to think from that perspective. So two-candle theory is all about finding the breakout trades in the index futures and index options. So one or two good trades in a week or a day should be good enough for you to completely stay away from the markets for the remaining. As a scalper, our job is to win the battles, not the war. When I say the war, imagine if you're trying to hold the position through the day, sometimes it can give you a result. Imagine today, okay, there would have been a guy who would have bought the positions here. Okay, look at him. He would have bought the positions at 34. He would have seen the profit all the way going up to 560, but he would not have booked it. All the way it came to almost 80 to 90 odd rupees. Then you would have literally saw his M2M crashing big time. Again, it gave an opportunity. Again, it is falling. So the important message which is coming across here is, don't try to win the war, try to win the battles. I would have won the battle here. I would have won another battle here, taking a position on the opposite side when the fall is happening pretty quick. That is how, as a scalper, you needed to be thinking at taking the positions. Now, to take a long trade, what are the things which we consider? First and foremost, whether the open interest shows long buildup or short covering. Okay, first and foremost, whether this is showing a long buildup or a short covering. If it is a long buildup, is it a two-candle theory today playing out? This is at 9:30. Anyone can say whether there is a two-candle theory playing out? At this juncture, Anything which is happening between 9:15 and 9:30, 9:40, I wouldn't consider. Only after 9:40, 9:45, we would consider the two candle theory. Now, talking about that, what are the things which is going to be playing out on that front? First and foremost, we needed to see whether the queen or the like an open interest is showing up a long build-up or short covering. Where can I see it? You can see it in the OI Pulse advanced chart. OI Pulse advanced chart. Can you see here? This is what is the open interest. So in the trading view, you wouldn't find it, but here in the advanced chart, we have given you that. So you can clearly see the market is moving up. The open interest is falling. What is this called? When the market is moving up, open interest is falling. It is called as the short covering, which we normally track it in the futures to know what is happening. Either it has to be a long build-up or a short covering. When both are happening, we can go and look at to take a trade if the RSI is between 50 and 75. But if we look at in the morning, this is your 80 mark, 75 mark RSI. You can clearly see this is 80. RSI right from the beginning, it has been about 80. Okay. Then it is not an area for me to take a trade. These are all for the positional players who would have taken a position. They all would be trying to cover their position. They will try to book their profits and everything which is happening. As a scalper, this is not an area wherein you will be able to make money because you're already going and buying it at a overbought territory, which I would avoid it. Next, the volumes of two consecutive bar needed to be 50K for Bank Nifty, 125K for Nifty. If you look at it, yes, all these are like in more than 50K. If you look at this one 80K, this one is 88, this one is 121, this one is 105, this one is 55, 90, 62. All of them are above. But the problem here is RSI is overbought. If you are like in a small player, then you needed to avoid it. If you are like in a large player, whenever the RSI comes below that 80 mark to 75 odd levels, you will try to enter because you have no other choice when the market is giving you a momentum. That is how you needed to be prepared for it. Now, you needed to look at whether all your soldiers are supporting you. That means if the candle is here, all your trade like an indicators should be below. I'll just add the parabolic essay here. Just give me a second. Can you see here? Parabolic SAR is here. The blue dot. This is your WMA or your pawn. This is your bishop. This is your super trend or your knight. This is your VWAP or your rook. Okay. Just see whether all of them are below the candles. Yes, all of them are below the candles. That's fine. Some of them are touching the candle. That is absolutely fine. But the important question mark is the RSI is extremely overbought. Whenever the RSI is extremely overbought, try to stay live. Now, whether there is a two candle theory getting formed? No. Why? Usually we see the two candle theory only after 9:45 to 2:30. Anything between 9:40, you can give a plus or minus 5 minutes here and there, but 9:40 to 2:30 is the best time for you to look for a two candle theory. So what happens before and after? Prior to that, these guys make intraday, like in a positional moves, they will try adjustment moves and everything. So don't try to take any trades prior to that or after 2:30. So if you're taking a trade, it has to be between 9:40 to 2:30. So keep that in mind, the kingdom strategy or the two candle theory, when we are applying it in the market, it has to be between 9:40 to 2:30. Now, did we see any two candle theory happening after 9:40? So 9:39, this is the one. This candle is getting formed. It is more than 59K. Yes, it is meeting my parameter in the Bank Nifty, but is it meeting my second candle? Two consecutive candles of more than 50K. Yes, the second candle is also more than 50K. But unfortunately, RSI is already above overbought, and moreover, it is a red candle. Then I cannot enter. So always remember, all your parameters are intact. Your WMA, the VWAP, the super trend, and your PSR, everything is below the candle, but your RSI is extremely overbought and your volume is not two consecutive bars of 250K. That too, you need it in the same color. That means if the bulls is taking it higher, you needed the follow-up also needed to be done by the bull, not by a bear. If that is not the case, then that is not a two candle. So this is absolutely not a two candle theory for me. Okay, now if you look at it, these are the long conditions. As a king, if all these parameters are met, I will deploy it on the third candle with keeping the first candle low as a stop loss. Remember, today, if this is like, and think that it is 940 candle, one, two, and you're entering in the third candle, think that RSI is somewhere around 60, 65. First candle, second candle, third candle is your entry. Where exactly you will place your stop loss? Your stop loss should be placed below this first candle low. So in case if the candle comes, the following candles come here, touches this level, then you have to exit the position. But if not, you will continue to keep the next candle low, and keep on taking the trade higher and higher. If the first candle low is it, then your fort is breached, time to back off. The long trade can be initiated in Bank Nifty or Bank Nifty futures or index call options only when this above parameters fulfill. So never try to take a trade unless and until all these parameters getting fulfilled. Okay, it's very important, guys. Unless and until we have all these parameters getting fulfilled, we should never try to enter into a trade. These are the short trade conditions. These are the short trade conditions. What are the things which we needed to be looking at? In the short trade, the open interest needed to show short buildup or long unwinding. Can you see here? When the markets are falling, the open interest is also falling. Here it rose for a briefly. This is a short buildup. This is a, what is this called? Market is also falling. Open interest is also falling. What is this called? This is short buildup. This is long unwinding. You want me to show you that? What is the time here? 10 o'clock. Just go see here. It will be a combination of short buildup plus long unwinding. I'll just show you on 5-minute time frame. Time is around this particular candle. At that time, the open interest was going higher, 10-12. Look at 10-12. Can you see here? It's a short buildup. Price is falling, open interest is going up. Can you see this? Open interest is going up, price is falling. Next, the price is falling, open interest is also falling. It is called as long unwinding. Can you see here? Price is falling, open interest is also falling. That is called as long unwinding. So it is important for us to understand how the open interest data plays so that you will be able to go and take a trade. Now, there are two consecutive bars with more than 50K. All your indicators are above. Okay. Your parabolic SAR is above. Your, WMA is above. Your VWAP is above. Your super trend is above. And then the candles are below. In this scenario, all your soldiers should be above the candles. Yes. Everything is above. Still, we are not deploying it in our third candle. This particular moment was for this open, the gap theory that they were playing for. But we are still not taking a trade on the third one. Why we are not taking a trade on the third one? Can anyone say? The RSI is also below 50. As per our parameters, the RSI has to be between 40 and 25. It is there. All the parameters are getting fulfilled, but still I'm not going to be taking a trade here on the downside. Why am I not doing it? The primary reason is when I'm looking at the OI data on the trending OI, the trending OI has still not changed majorly. Remember, imagine if you are a person who has taken the position, you have returned more on the put side and you have not returned on the call side. As a writer, there is no point or no fun for you to take it lower. This move was only to go and fill the gap and come back. This move was only to go and fill the gap and come back. How will I know, Shiva, if it is going to be further falling? What would have happened in that scenario? Can you see what has happened here? The OI is increasing here, right? 10 o'clock, this would have gone to 2 crore, 2.5 crore. This would have gone below the 2 crore mark. The things would have changed completely. The OI data on the options as well would have completely changed. Then it would have given you a different picture. Can you see here? They were trying to increase the OI data, but that was not drastically decreasing it on the put side. Imagine if the market needed to move on the opposite direction, you needed the writers also needed to be there. Without the writers, because nowadays options market is the biggest market in the world, right? So if you're trading, you needed to know how the option prices move, whether the writers have created the position on that particular direction for you to do that move. So many people ask me, Shiva, like, I saw the two candle theory and I entered on the third candle, but I failed. Why you fail? In spite of all the reasons here, this was purely the gap which got created. That's something which you will be learning it in the gap theory concept when we are doing it in the mentoring program. So here you can see all the indicators, plus still these guys are not able to take it lower because they have not created enough positions in the options. They've not created enough positions in the options market. That's the reason you are not going to be taking a trade on the put side or buying a put or selling the futures or selling the calls. It would be really, really a disastrous one. Today, they are playing a game on both the sides. They would have literally tried to take the stop losses out on all the players on both the sides. That's exactly the game which has been happening. Now, the important question is whether they will take it further lower or whether they will take it further higher. Looking at the current data, I don't see the possibility of markets again trying to come back down unless and until there is a real profit booking happening by the big players. What a strange thing. If you look at the markets today, Nifty is still trading in the red. Bank Nifty is still trading in 650 points with 1.3% up, which is like in a very strange phenomenon, right? How many times you have seen Nifty still trading in the red and then the Bank Nifty is giving you 1.5% move? It's clearly a game which is played for the expiry and they are playing based on the open interest that they have created. So please, please be careful. Don't try to get yourself chopped out today because this market is literally giving you lot of choppy moves today. Choppy moves today. Now, whether it's a two candle theory, today, unfortunately, I wouldn't say that. So with all this, in case if you're taking a trade, remember, think that it is a two candle theory. Okay, you're getting a two candle theory on the downside. All your parameters are getting fulfilled. All the indicators are above. You are entering into a third candle. Where exactly your stop loss will be? Your stop losses should be here. Okay, so from where the 50K move is happening, this is the move which is happening below the VWAP. So that's a reason. 1, 2, and then the third candle will be my entry. RSI is good. All the indicators are good. In case if it is going up, where exactly your stop losses would have got triggered? The stop losses would have got triggered here. Remember, if you're a scalper who would have entered on this trade, still this one candle is enough for you to make money. If you'd have quickly entered, this candle would have given you the reward. But if you'd have waited, this candle would have completely taken off. Now you tell me whether there is a two candle theory here or not. How many of you feel there is a two candle theory here playing out? Yes, no. What are the things which I require for to take a two candle theory in case if I'm taking a trade? All the indicators should be below your parabolic SAR, your super trend, your VWAP, your WMA, which is bishop, knight, rook, and your pawn. All of them are there. First candle, more than 89K. Second candle, more than 70K. All your parameters are fulfilled. RSI should be 50, between 50 and 75. Where is the RSI? It is at 65. The next candle, third candle is your entry. How much points this candle gave you? It entered like in a low was 50,975, high was 51,109, almost 130 odd points. If you are a scalper, this one candle is enough. And most importantly, if someone who's taking a positional trade, you can look at it. This is your stop loss level. Remember the white line which we are showing you here. This is a AI driven signal. This is our stop loss line, and it will keep on. I can accumulate it for the whole day. If it is getting violated, this particular line, then I have no other choice as a positional play. But if you are a scalper, this third candle is more than sufficient for us to enter, make money, get out of the trade. That is how a scalper needed to be playing out. Why this particular trade would have worked in your favor? Because not only the chart is giving you the move, the data on the OI is also on your side. Say, for example, at this current juncture, what is happening with the OI here? What is happening with the OI? Is it a long build-up or a short covering? If the OI moves higher, price moves higher, it's called as long build-up. Just look at the timing, 10:57. I'll show you in the chart here, the futures chart. Can you see here? 10:57. Between this particular time, short covering plus a big long build-up. How much quantity got created there? Close to 42,000 OI got created. A new OI got created, which is somewhere around the OI changes, 42,000. Price moved 249 plus 113. This is a perfect sign wherein not only the chart, plus you are getting a clue, your OI data is drastically getting reduced. Can you see here? The OI on the call side is further reducing. That means the writers are covering their position and sellers are adding more positions on the put side. Guys, I don't think anyone can give you this kind of a live example, and that too on a live chart on that particular day. Now, what is happening now? This is normally we call it as a no trade zone between the super trend and the VWAP. But what are they trying to do? I told you a game wherein who can give you the maximum support? It is the pawn. Can you see what pawn is doing? Is he giving you the support? This is the pawn is nothing but the volume weighted moving average of 20. Okay, so he will be giving you a support, but if he is getting broken, you know that the super trend is above, VWAP is below. This is normally we call it as a no trade zone. Either they needed to break it above and then go higher, or break it below and go lower. Or if it is coming here, I'll try to take a support trade. But the support trade is already been taken. The support trade is already been taken. I wouldn't take it on the second time. After the two candle theory, if they're coming near to the VWAP or the super trend, we will get one round of support. That support is getting played out well here. Now, will I take a trade if it comes again? No. And that if it is falling with the volume, I would avoid it. Instead, I would wanted this super trend to be broken or the night to be broken and then move higher for me to take another long trade. Okay, so this is a perfect example of the short, long trade condition. What I needed to do, you as a king, what are the things we needed to do? You just needed to meticulously play in the battlefield. Imagine, if I'm trying to look at this particular area, if I'm trying to take a trade, I will try to look at this particular area as an opportunity for me to take a support trade. This is the area I will be keenly looking at. Now, considering it has already come once, I will see whether it is falling with the volume or not. If it is falling with the volume, I will try to avoid stay line. If it is not, and if my OI is still supporting me, when I say OI, I'll be looking at the trending OI with the price action here to see whether there is not drastic increase in the call OI or drastic decrease which is happening in the put OI, then I will try to go and take a support trade. Okay, so that's something which I will be playing out on the day for the day. Now, we will be looking at few examples here, how we needed to be playing out. So if you look at this particular example, this is happening after 9:45. Can you see here? RSI, it is still not above that 80 mark or 75 mark. It is still somewhere around that 60 to 65 mark. Two consecutive bars of more than 50K. If you look at an OI Pulse advanced chart, we have highlighted everything in green, dark green or light green. If it is in dark green, that means it is meeting our volume parameter. If it is in light green, it is not meeting our parameter. So it will be very easy for you to understand whether there is a two candle theory is getting formed or not. So if you look at this particular chart, this is on, I think somewhere around June 14th or something. Okay. So this is a recent chart only. So you can clearly see there is a two candle theory getting formed with all the indicators below, your parabolic SAR or your bishop, your super night, super trend or your knight, your VWAP or your rook, your WMA or your palm. All are below. Now, this is the area of first candle, second candle, all getting parameter full. RSI is good. Next, I will be entering on the third candle. This will be my candle for my entry. You have 3 full minutes for you to enter. Next, if you are a positional player, you can keep your stop loss here. That is your first candle low. If you are an intraday player who wanted to quickly scalp for a few points, when it is making a move, use the previous candle low. If it is making a move, use this candle low. If it is making a move, you needed to use this candle move. If you'd have used this candle would have taken out your stop loss. Or this candle is more than sufficient. Remember, from 50,000 to 50,150 or 200, you would have got 200 points in 5 minutes. This is a recent example of 14th. Okay. So this is how the market would have rewarded you. Next, when it is coming near to the super trend, I would have taken a trade. Next, the VWAP. Can you see this? VWAP is not getting broken. It is getting tested multiple times. Don't keep your stop losses exactly at the VWAP. Keep like 20, 30 points below or above. That's the way you needed to be focusing on taking it. So here, the reason for that, candle piercing from below, VWAP, super trend and WMA, and closing above all indicators, ascending order volume of more than 50K, and RSI is around 67. All the parameters are getting fulfilled. The reason why we are waiting for this two candle, the reason is we needed the big money to put in their money for me to go into the trade rather than me going and attacking them. Okay. I needed the big boys to put in their money first, then let me go and play it. That's the reason, guys. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Great. Now, with all this said, we'll move on to the next example. No, before doing that, can you see? This is what I was referring to you. If there is a directional change which is happening on the trending OI, today it didn't happen. But if it happens, it'll be like this. Can you see the OI data here? The call OI is around 49 at around 10 o'clock. Put OI was around 42 for these strikes. So for trending OI data, we normally look from at the money 7 strikes above and below to get this data. We can look at 5, 7, 9, or 11. So for me, 7 has given me like a good result. That's the reason we use 7. So when I look at it, 49, 42. But in the next moment, 24 to 55, a big directional change which is happening. That's exactly I wanted it. From bearish, it is changing into bullish. Once it changes into bullishness, then my job is to go keep on taking the positions in that particular level. So if I'm a buyer, I will go and buy a call. If I'm a seller, I'll keep on adding more positions on the put side. And you can clearly see OI on the call side is stagnant. Put side from 42, 55, 69, 70, 84, 86, 86. It is keep on increasing it. So that is a clear sign that the sellers are focusing on the put side. Buyers are completely staying light here and the sellers are not adding any positions. Guys, we are given all the tools and I'm giving you explanations as well how you needed to be looking at to take the trades. This is another one. Okay, a recent example only. So you look at this. The market is on an up move. Okay, till 9:30, 9:45, it didn't move with the volume. The first one came somewhere around 950 odd levels, more than 50K. Second one, but unfortunately, RSI is almost heading towards that 80 mark. So what I will normally do, I wanted the RSI to cool off, which happened here because all my indicators are below. All my indicators are below. I will look for this opportunity to enter this candle when it is falling. I would enter and using this level as the stop loss. And look at this. This is more than sufficient. These two candles are more than sufficient for you to get an entry and exit because the RSI is getting into extremely overbought territory. Now, what they did, After that, they played near to the super trend. Couple of supports came in. A small scalp could have done. But then they started to break the VWAP. Whether it is a two candle theory on the downside? No. Why? The data was still bullish. That candle was trying to break the VWAP. There was no follow up. There is no second candle. And I would have used this opportunity to accumulate some position. If there would have been another candle, I would have immediately went and looked at the trending OI data. So if you look at the trending OI data on that particular day, it is 118. From 57, you can look at it, 118, 130. But look at the way it has started to fall here. From 150, 120, it has fallen to 77. 130, it has started to climb on the put side. So clearly, on this particular day, you're getting a clue. But once they go to a particular level and then they started to add a position on both the sides, that is a sign that they're going to be keeping the market in that particular place. Keep on writing it. Can you see now? This is the data. From 141, it fell to 67. From 405, it went to 450, 480, 490. This is today's live data, guys. Can you see what is happening here? It is stagnant at 79. They are increasing it on the put side. Now, for some reason, if the 79 goes to 1.2 crore, 1.5 crore, 1.8 crore, this one goes to 5.2, 5.5, and so on, then the market will start to consolidate in that particular position. That's the reason this area is called as a no trade zone. Why? If they're keeping it between the super trend and the VWAP, that means they are going to be keeping it here for some time. Writers are going to be creating the positions. When the writers are creating the positions, don't try to barge in. Okay? Don't try to barge in. So that's the reason we have given a clear example with the clear guidelines how you needed to be looking at the data. So this is on the short trade. When the market is falling, this is not a two candle theory. The reason is one candle was there. The second candle with more than 50K volume was not there. This is the area when the two candle theory formed. Third candle will be my entry. RSI, once it is bouncing above that 25 to 30 odd mark, third candle is enough for me to enter. And keeping this level as a stop loss, you could have ridden the entire point here from almost 49,600 to 49,300 or 200 odd levels. It could have easily. But even in a worst case scenario, it could have given you like a good profit. Okay, even in a worst case scenario, it could have given you a reasonable profit. That's exactly how I would be playing on this one. So here, consecutive bars, candle below all indicators, and most importantly, RSI is 23. And if it is climbing to 30 or 35, I'll use all those opportunities to enter. So in terms of the data was also helping you. Why? 6149, 7823, drastically getting reduced. 1 crore, 10 lakhs. So from 50 lakhs to 10 lakhs, that means the sellers are covering their position, sellers are adding the position. And once it is going in the negative, that means even the previous day sellers are covering their position. That means the positional sellers are also covering their position. That's the reason it will be more and more bearish. On this particular day, Bank Nifty fell 600 points. Your clue got here itself. You don't need to wait till the end of the day. You got a clue here itself. That's how you needed to be looking to take all this. So here again, this is a long trade, 2 consecutive bars. We didn't get much opportunity here. Still, it is happening before the 230 point. So this is an opportunity. 1, 2, and then we are getting like a move here. Third candle will be my entry. All this will be an opportunity for me to accumulate position. This 1, 2 candle is enough. And if it is coming down, one support trade, that would have failed. But all the way, whether it came to the VWAP, no. On this particular day, it didn't come to the VWAP. It again moved. So if you look at the stop loss, the whole day, it would not have triggered the stop loss for the positional players as well. So here, one more example here on this one. Can you look at it? The OI data, call side, it is reducing. Put side, it is somewhere around that 70, 75 mark. Clearly a 50 lakh. Usually, I would love to see a 50% or more gap between the call and the put. Then I will go along with that direction. Today, can you see it? Almost 80 lakhs to 5 crore here, which is massive on an expiry day, which is giving me a clear sign that, Shiva, you can be happily taking this position on one particular direction. So any dip on this particular market, I would use it as an opportunity. The only concern in the morning was this gap. almost getting close. Someone who still feels we literally got everything in our kitty done. So let's keep on moving. In case if it is coming lower again in the second half, watch out for this level. That's going to be the area which will get protected in case if the OI data is continues to play like this. Now, moving on to the next example. This is another candle. Volume is getting fall. Look at this. First one with the fall, second one with the fall. RSI is almost there. Third candle will be our entry, keeping this as a stop loss. Why we are keeping a deep stop loss? The only reason is when they are putting in money, they will try to defend. Someone who has put in money, he will try to defend. That's the reason we are using this level as a stop loss. These two candles are more than sufficient. The only problem is once it goes to the oversold territory, don't enter fresh position. Use that area to exit your position. So many people, if you're entering, once the RSI is gone below 20, then you would have literally struggled. Imagine if the RSI is bouncing, use an opportunity to enter when it is coming near to the super trend or the WMA. This is the level wherein, again, you will face a resistance and then the market will start to tank. Why? Look at the data. Can you see here? On the call side, it has been continuously increasing on this particular day. OI data on the put side is drastically falling from 51 lakhs to 24 lakhs, 4 lakhs, and it has gone into the negative. More it goes in the negative, that is very good for us. Why it is very good for us? Because we can expect the markets to reward more because the positional sellers are also covering their position. Positional sellers are also covering their position. But towards the day end, what is happening? They are not increasing the OI. That means you can expect the market to be in a sideways. So if they are not adding any positions towards the day end, then you can expect the market to get into a consolidation mode. Now, what is happening with our markets now? Is it getting into a consolidation mode? If it is getting into a consolidation mode, how will I know? Trending OI will increase on both the sides. Is it increasing on both the sides? 67, 75, 77, 76, 83 from 450 to 490. 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs. Is it increasing on both the sides? So what is the clue now I wanted it? Though the WMA is supporting me, either I needed to take it near to the VWAP or they needed to break the super trend and go above. Until and unless that happens, there is no opportunity for me to go and attack this market. Now we will see the importance of our most used soldiers. So this is the pullback trading using the night. So do you see this? Once the two candle theory is formed, okay, whenever they are coming near to the super trend territory, that is the area wherein I will use it as an opportunity to enter. So if they are coming below the WMA, I will just normally try to take an attack here and then try to take in, keep on taking it. Okay. So this particular example, again, all these are new examples which we have not shown you earlier because many people ask me, Shiva, like, can we use all these setups and everything? Between RSI 40 and 50, it is called as a no trade zone. So this is a super trend support trade. Another one, king and the pawn support. The RSI is also on your side and your open interest data is also on your side. Use to your advantage. Can you see this? Another beautiful example after the two candle theory, which is happening after 11 o'clock. Once they are going towards the super trend rejection trade, perfectly playing out, it didn't touch. They touched it only at around 115, a perfect opportunity to short it again. They would have given you like a big reward. Guys, out of all these indicators, this I normally use it for the trend and the direction. This is a weak support, the WMA. Strong support, which is your super trend, and very big support is your rook. They will normally not be able to break this rook very easily. If they are breaking it, they normally will put in there all their money, effort, and everything. That's how they do it. Okay, whether they wanted to take it higher or whether they wanted to take it lower, they needed to put it with money. If they are not doing it, that will be like a weak one, and immediately the bulls can take it over. Okay. Again, this example, you have clearly seen what has happened here. Can you see here? Another one, which is not only coming near to the rook, so you're getting it both night and the rook resistance here. In the morning, there was a single move, which the data was negative, but it was not a two candle theory on that particular day, but they couldn't clear this particular area. Can you see it? On this particular day, the data was not extremely bullish or bearish. This is an example wherein we wanted to show you how, though it is bearish, but not completely. So write the trend using the knight and the pawn. This is like super trend and WMA. Look at this. When on a day, how to write the super trend trades? Okay, many people ask me, sure, like if it is a trend day, how will I do that? If it is a trend day and in the morning around 10 o'clock, if you're getting a clear move and all your indicators are below, what I want you to do is use the WMA and your, the super trend. That is your pawn and your knight as your stop loss. Okay, so don't try to, you just needed to keep on placing your stop loss near to your knight and the super trend levels. And you can clearly look at it the whole day. They didn't come and touch or not even broken it once. If it is a day like this, and if the market is closing exactly at the day's high, then the following day is also going to be belonging to the bulls, at least in the morning. Okay, the following day belonging is going to be for the bulls in the morning. So never ever miss this kind of a day. More the gap that they create between the super trend and the VWAP, then it is a bigger problem for the intraday scalpers. But for the positional players, this is the level wherein you don't want it to break. And even if you're trying to place a stop loss, keep like 20, 30 points below that level, because sometimes they wanted to trigger the weekend stop losses. They will come near to the super trend territory, hit it, and then move higher. So today, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to go lower or are they trying to go higher? As of now, it looks like the market is inching to go higher and higher at this current juncture, but it is stuck in a no trade zone. So maybe after 1:30, we might get to see some more moves playing out. Now, moving on. This is another trending market. How beautiful it was. They touched it once here, but they never broke the super trend for the whole day. Usually the trending markets, you will get to see a new high getting created every hour. And normally the super trend will not get violated till 132. Okay, this is how the trending markets will behave. If the super trend is not getting violated the whole day, then that will be like a very good one for the positional play as well. That will be a very good one for the positional play as well. The power of Rook. This is how the Rook plays a final defender role. So even in our chess game today, we saw, right, the Rook plays a very important role. Similar to that, the VWAP plays a very important role. So if you look at it, unless and until the VWAP is getting broken with the volume, I don't want only one bar with more than 50K. I wanted the follow-up also to be there with the 50K, plus your trending OI data needed to change for you to completely change the direction. If not, that will be used as a very good opportunity to short, because the whole day the sellers are the ones who are dominating it, and they will use this opportunity to sell it once again. Now, what is happening in our markets now? It's slowly getting bullish. The Rook, the WMA or the pawn has been giving you a big support. Did they let the king down? No. Now, the super trend, which is against the king, he has to change the direction. And the parabolic SAR, which is like in a directional change. Imagine if this parabolic SAR comes below and the super trend comes below, it will show you a green bar here. Then all your indicators will be below. RSI is already above that mark of more than 50K. And if, 50. And if it is above that 60, 65, I'll use that as an opportunity to enter. Okay, so that's something which we will be looking at. Another one, this is on a bullish market. Rook is coming to defend. If it is falling with the thin volume, what you can expect? The market to give you a move on the upside. That's a fake breakdown. Another one example on the Rook, the final defender, not letting it go above the territory, right? It's a beautiful move. What is happening here now? What is happening here? Is it a big breakout happening? But what has happened to the candles here? 51,048 as a high. The low on this one is 51,068. Is that a gap? Is that a gap? Now, this is what I don't want it. When the move is happening like this kind of a large gap will always kill the people. Okay, it can come back, fill the gap, and then move it higher. So the best thing to do is wait for the gap to get filled. Now, the important question is, all your indicators are below. As I told you, I just spoke to you like in a few seconds back. All your indicators are below. A perfect one. I think I can't get you like in a much perfect example than giving you all in the live market itself, how all these things play out. Only thing is, as I told you, when the soldiers are getting stuck in a narrow band, never try to trade. When they are trading near to the VWAP, like this, one candle going up, one candle going down, and other things, never ever take a trade on those days, because those days are the days wherein the sellers will absolutely love it. These are the days wherein I wanted you to avoid when it is trading in a very narrow band. Days like today, now the market is giving you a clear move. Only thing is, we just needed to wait it out for this gap to fill out. But in case if you feel no, Shiva, I don't want to get like and wait for the gap to fill because I know the market is breaking out. But what I will try to do is instead I will try to enter one lot here, two lots here, four lots here, and then use that opportunity. That can also be done. That will be done by the large players. But if you are a small player, you will be definitely be getting wounded. But what did I say? If they are trying to take the market higher, any significant levels, how will they needed to do it? Do it with the volume. Once they do it with the volume, it will give them a clear move on that particular direction. I think with that, how was today's session so far, guys? How many of you enjoyed today's session? So why the gaps are getting formed like in nowadays? It's purely because too many people are trying to enter with little what to say liquidity. Okay, the liquidity is very low. That's the reason you are getting to see all this happening. Okay, so how many of you would wanted to do this in the live market? Because September is going to be the month wherein I'm expecting this to be happening in a big manner. Now, so many of you have been asking me, Shiva, like one last program this year, and we wanted it during the volatile period. The most volatile period of this year is going to be during September and October. And that's a reason we have planned the next program in September. So September program, it's getting done. These are the things which we will be covering it. Introduction to the FNO market, the OA interpretation, scalping, the two candle theory, the BTS3 strategy, the OpenAI trending move scalping, which is going to be a new one. Go crossover and golden crossover, the trending OA crossover, the super trends, the support and resistance, momentum scalping, market movers, how to look at into the stocks and everything, the expiry day OA strategy, the scalper psychology, which is going to be very important, the expiry day hero or zero, how we needed to be looking at this gap theory, whether the gap is getting filled, when it will get filled, how it will needed to be traded on this gap theory, opening trade, the gap theory, like in a scalping, and then the OI Pulse complete analysis. We'll walk through the OI Pulse as well. So normal course free is going to be on 25. So some of you who are going to be joining the session, what we have done, the offer price is going to be at 19,999. But as a pre-launch offer today, this is going to be the special price. Yes. This is going to be a 12-day session. Plus, we will have 3 complimentary sessions in the month of October because I'm expecting some more volatility to be happening in the October month as well. So overall, we will be having close to 15 odd sessions. You will be able to attend it with 14,999. Okay. So use this promo code LMP24. So where you can buy, all you needed to do is the gap got filled? How many of you see the gap got filled? Now, if I'm a trader, if I know that the gap is getting filled and then the market is giving me an opportunity, if I wanted to quickly enter, I will use this as an opportunity. Now, as long as this super trend and the WMA is not getting broken, those are all my areas for me to get the moves done in my favor. So we have around 1,200, 1,300 from 86. It is already at 91, 92. And once it is going above that 485 mark, I'll try to trail it. Since we have the profits, I will try to lock the profits. The only thing is, if it is coming here, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Don't put entire capital. We have only deployed around 5%. I can go up to like 20% on this particular trade, but I'm just waiting for it to further fall to the support territory. If you're a one lot player, you needed to wait till this level. But if you're a multi lot player, I can use 5% here, 10% here, another 10% here. But already, if it is moving lower, I'll try to take some more. So added some positions here. So what was the reason for me to add here? All the parameters are getting fulfilled. The gap is filled. RSI is well within. The open interest is going higher, which is like in a good sign. Plus, all your indicators are below. And your trending OI data, from 84, it has fallen to 62 lakhs. From 480, it has gone to 5 crore. So which side they are adding more positions? They are adding more position. They are unwinding the position. So as a seller is unwinding it, I'm using that area as an opportunity for me to go and take a trade on that particular direction. So now we are entering in that particular direction and just showing you a live demonstration how I will be doing it in case if the trade is going in my favor or against it. So this particular live demonstration is just for an educational purposes one. Now, for some reason, if it is falling, where exactly the big support is going to be? This is a weak support, big support, and then very big support. But I'm not going to be placing my stop loss still here because the gap is pretty huge, 51,000 to 50,800. I will maybe place around 50 points here. Can they head again, head towards this territory? So we have deployed around 7% of my overall capital here. I'm just going to be waiting to see whether this particular area is getting done. Is the gap filled? 51,048, 51,047. Yes, it is done. So if you look at the low on this one is 51,047. The high on this one is 51,048. So in terms of the gap, yes, it got filled, but the momentum, it is still lacking. Someone needed to punch it harder. Someone needed to buy it more so that it goes higher. Can it at least give me like a 490 on this one? A quick scalp. Guys, always as a scalper, we needed to determine ourselves how long we wanted to be there in the trade. But once, if it is above my buy price, say for example, our previous profit was somewhere around 84, 85,000. If it is above like an 890,000, then better thing to do is to trail it, trail it, trail it. Sometimes it can give you 20 points. Sometimes it can give you 200 points as well. Can you see here? 485, 480, 495. So now I will keep it at 485 and then trail it. No, don't trigger it. Okay, it got triggered. So we closed it from 77,000 to 127, all in no time. Is it beautiful? This is how the scalping needed to be done. I hope all of you enjoyed, guys. Now, how many of you wanted to enroll for this mentoring program to detail and you're going to be there with me for 15 days of live days, 12 days of session and 3 complimentary days later, and all in live markets to understand all these topics. And more importantly, we will be also be looking at the new indices like Sensex, BankX, and other ones as well. So don't miss it. This is going to be the last mentoring program for this year. And it is going to be in the most volatile period. And I'm there, going to be there. The session timings is going to be between 10 and 3:30. And some of the days we might have it at 8:30 to 3:30. And guys, the session dates will be at this juncture. It is at September 2nd, we are starting it. The days will be finalized pretty soon, but I will give you a glimpse of what are the dates which we are looking at. Okay, so these are the dates. Where exactly the dates? Did I store it? No. Okay, I will tell you the dates. It is starting on September 2nd. The detailed dates will be announced by next week. Okay, by like in a July first week, we'll announce it. But we are starting it. The starting date is on September 2nd, and the 12-day session will be completed within that month. Okay, so now any other queries which you have? Okay, what is the last date? This is a pre-launch offer. This particular code will be only for limited seats. Otherwise, you may need to buy it at 19,999. And for the past participants, guys, I have shared the code yesterday in the group. You can use that group like in a code so that you will be getting a further discount. But this particular is for the general public. For the past participants who have already attended the sessions, you will be getting it at a much like in a lesser cost than this. And yes, you will be getting a recording for 60 days after the session is over. And we will also be providing documents. Okay. So how the documents will be and everything. So I'll just show you. So this will be like this. So we will be explaining you the concepts and there will be a document which will be given. Apart from that, we will also be giving you a daily refresher. So each of these documents will be explaining you how you needed to be looking at the gap within live example. So this is about the gap theory, right? So how you needed to be looking at the gap, how to trade, when not to trade. All those things will be explained in this gap theory examples. Similarly, how to identify the euro or zero, how to use the golden crossover. Imagine if you're looking at a golden crossover on certain days, how you needed to be taking a trade on golden crossover. All this will be explained in that example. So each of these sessions will be taking like 2-3 hours. Some sessions will take the whole day. So we will be looking at all this. And the two candle theory is like one such session, right? So on each of these days, we will be preparing some documents. All those documents will be shared with all the participants. All this will be done in the live market itself. Okay, so don't miss this offer because this particular price is only for the limited participants. Otherwise, the regular price is going to be 19,999 plus the GST. So where can you enroll now? If you go register to OI Pulse, how to enroll? I'll tell you now. Just click on all menu. You will see live mentorship 2.0. Okay, you will see live mentorship 2.0. Once you click on that, you will be able to buy the plan. Since I've already bought the plan here yesterday, you will be able to subscribe it here. Once you subscribe, under the profile pictures, go and click on webinar details. Here, you will be able to see whatever the sessions which you have bought. Okay, so currently I have bought this live mentorship program 2.0. The session start date is 209. You will also be seeing a similar page. Okay, under the mentorship page, you will see a similar page wherein it will list you all the data, whatever that you have. Okay, so whatever the start dates, you will have the joining session link, recording password, any PDF uploaded, all those will be available here. So all those things will be available. The session start date will be from 2nd September. So as a token of appreciation for all the people who are attending the session today, you guys will be using this code to get it at 14,999. Okay, if you're a past participant, okay, just ping us on this number to get further discount. I'll tell you the number. So you can reach us on our Telegram channel, on my Twitter ID, or all these support numbers. Guys, there are way too many people. Don't get offended if your question is not getting answered. Guys, this is the best discount which we will be able to offer it. And because this is a pre-launch offer, please understand the usual cost is around 25,000, but we are keeping it at 19,999. And most importantly, someone who is looking for my birthday offer, which the team has released yesterday, any plan in OI Pulse or one click, use this code HPD50 to get 50% off for today and tomorrow. So the offer was extended from yesterday, so you can use it. So guys, in case if you're not able to find you just needed to click on the all menu. You will see live mentorship program or click here. Sorry, I think this link has not been enabled. You will, under all menu, just you needed to change the favorite settings. Favorite settings instead of the left side menu, click on top side menu. Okay. And then you will see the live mentorship here. I'll show you in the other mode as well. If you're clicking it on the left, can you see here? The live mentorship 2.0. You can purchase the plan from that particular page. And if you're looking for the OI Pulse plans, any plan you are buying it today, if you're buying a combo, both OI Pulse and One Click together, HBD 50, you will get 50% off flat. This is only for the birthday offer for today and tomorrow. But for the mentoring program, you can use that link to join. Now, what we will do is next 30 minutes, we'll take a break. Those who wanted to buy the plan and other things, keep buying it. Once we buy it, in case if you have any queries, I will be happy to come and address it. But just it will work. Just refresh the page and then you should be able to do it. Guys, yes, in the live market, you will get a lot more interesting things which will be happening. We will be sharing all those things in the live market. Guys, this offer code, I'm not sure how long we'll be able to keep it, but avail it because we have limited seats for that offer code. So make use of it before it runs out. Clear? So how you needed to ensure? You can just click on the live mentoring 2.0. The start date will be 2nd September, and the session will be conducted in English, and it will be conducted in the live market itself. Guys, currently the offer is only for annual plan and monthly. There is no combo offer for the 6 months period. So you can choose the annual plan or a monthly plan to buy it. Yes, this video will be uploaded on the YouTube, guys, today. Okay. So it looks like the price has gone from 480 to 500 odd levels. I think our positions got triggered at around 498. It is somewhere around the territory. So that's how a quick scalping on a day like today. We can do it quickly, make some money, get out of the trade. Now, if you look at it, the data, 67 to 525, data is getting extremely, extremely bullish. So only thing is, how long they are going to be keep moving it? That's the question mark, right? Whether they are going to be coming back. In case if they're coming back to this territory during our break, that will be an area for me to enter again. So guys, OI Pulse and One Click, the HBD offer is still tomorrow. Yes, the mentoring program is going to be online, similar to the way I conducted it today. Fajas, like, and just send out an email to support@oipulse.com. They will help you out. Okay. The previous student, the possible to next month, first, like in Vishnu, you just needed to ping on the WhatsApp. Plus, we will also be sharing the code to all the members in your respective groups today. Okay, so there will be a poster which will be shared. You can use that code. So the timings will be 10 to 3:30. It will all be done in the live market, guys. The session will be done in the live market. Will this work in the Nifty 50 as well? Yes. These strategies are only for Bank Nifty and Nifty. For new index, we will be giving you some guidance during the session, how you needed to look at the data. So, guys, there is a lot of similarities between the chess and the markets, right? How many of you felt, yes, this makes sense? Guys, in terms of the broking platform, we use the TradeSmart. We refer TradeSmart and Expresso. Turnover is just 45. Charges are just 85,000. That's fine, Samsung today. So when you're learning it in the live market, do you think it makes a lot of difference for you how you needed to decode the data, why we are doing it in the live market? Narendra, unfortunately, I can't speak Hindi. Otherwise, I would have been happy to speak in Hindi or other languages as well. So now, was it this session is worth? How many of you felt this session was worth? I made some money on this session using all the data points and everything. Imagine if you guys are going to be doing this session 15 days with me in the month of September, how your confidence will be. learning about different strategies, when you needed to apply, when not to apply. Today, I clearly showed you what are the things like, and how many of them would be able to show you the real examples in the live market itself, the two candle theory or the gap theory. We were showing you two things yesterday. Both has happened today. Guys, I didn't move the markets. I didn't move the markets, but the things have been happening, right? It's about how we apply it and then go and take a trade. So how many of you feel this is real trading, not a speculation? We are going with the data points. Are we just doing blindly shooting in the dark, or are we going and looking at all the data points and then taking a trade? And whatever the tools which we have given, is it helping you? These are all live tools with the live data. Is it helping you? How you needed to? Because once we go in detail, I'll tell you how you needed to be looking at each of these segments. But we have also given you the indicators and also AI-driven signals, which will also give you further enhancements, which I don't think at this current juncture, nobody offers you that. With all the data points, plus you also get a good trading tool to execute your trades. Imagine someone who wanted to quickly enter and exit. Okay. So now I wanted to quickly enter 51,000, a large quantity, a quick scalp. Okay. Just look at this, guys. This is not just a quick scalp. I'm just showing it to you. Okay. Let me quickly just have a look at the chart and then imagine I wanted to quickly take a trade here. This is just a scalp. Done. It is like in the volatility. Did you see it? How many of you noticed that? I think today you might require several moments for you to look at that. How many of you saw the volatility there? Someone wanted to witness it again? I'll just bring down the quantity. Just see this. Look at the price. I wanted to protect the price. I don't want to lose it beyond 105. Okay. And show me an alert when it comes to that. Or I'll keep an, close my positions. We will keep a trailing stop loss. Oh no, it is coming pretty quickly lower. 260. Now what I will do, a quick scalp. If we are entering large quantity and then quickly closing it, in case if it is not going in my favor, I can do that. And I can also protect it, the maximum I wanted to lose on this trade. Imagine I don't want to lose it beyond 235. The price is moving pretty fast, right? Look at that. From 270 to 235 in no time. Guys, this is for the ultra fast scalping people who wanted to take large quantities, quickly enter, exit, who wanted to ride the momentum when it is there in your favor or against it. You wanted to quickly close my positions. All those things can be done in no time. If it goes to 260, 265, we should be done. If it is not, I can close my positions at 230 with taking a loss. So anything can be done. But guys, this is not for newbies. And I'm telling you again and again, this is like an ultra fast scalping, which we are showing it to you. So if it goes to around 260 odd levels, it's not able to move beyond that. We will close off of the quantity and then retain the remaining ones. And if it goes in my favor again, I will try to enter. This should have been like in a quick move. I'm just looking for it to take a support here. If not, it quickly, if it is moving again, we will try to enter again. Can it go towards the 270 mark? And I will quickly check the chart of this one, 51,000. Look at this. This was a candle wherein it went to 290 and then coming back. I would have expected it to quickly move towards the 300 odd mark in a no time. That's how sometimes the moves happen pretty fast. Guys, don't worry. We will be looking at a lot more trades in the near future. But again, these are for like a large players who wanted to enter and exit in a large quantity. Because you would needed to gain a confidence on the system, right? Whether the system will be able to close my positions pretty quick, whether if I keep my stop losses, whether it will get hit. All those things can be done. And once it goes higher above that 105 marks, I wanted to trail this one. But if it is going lower, we will still be closing the positions as well. And I can close part of my positions here. Look at the volatility there. And I wanted to move this to 235. You can also trail your stop losses. Now towards 236. Every 1 rupee move on the upside, I wanted to keep on doing it manually, or I can do an automated as well. Can it go towards 275 in no time? Now, we have closed some more quantity. We are retaining only the 2,400. Now, in case if I wanted to protect it, so every like in a move, it will automatically trail it. Yes, we'll place it now. So this one, if it is keep on moving it higher, automatic trailing in case sometimes if it goes towards like 150, 160 in no time, our trailing profit can also move along. I don't need to worry about anything else. Will it keep on moving it? I'll reduce some quantity here so that we don't need to worry about anything. Now this can give me like a large profit, or I can also close my positions at this junction. Guys, if you are placing a stop loss at 230, it'll all be market protection because I'm using a market protection order, right? So whatever the protection which I'm using, that will get protected. So this again, a tool which is combining with the data, plus you have a tool to execute your platform, whether you wanted to close all positions, whether you wanted to trail it, run it. If there are no moves and you wanted to exit your positions like this, you can also do that. We are having only 600 quantities, and you can also revise it to this 125, 500 and trail it. Guys, if it is a 10%, that means any order which you are placing it, say for example, it will get placed and then sold at that particular level. Now, it is at this particular level, right? So 236 is my stop loss. 10% on either side, it will protect it, and then it will place my orders if there is a sudden move which is happening. Can you see? It has closed my positions at 123. When the price was trading at around 258, 250, it got closed at 260. So it will quickly place my position so that I can protect my profit and re-enter at a later time in case if I wanted to. So now, where exactly my next entry in case if it is falling, I will definitely try to look for one round of support trade near to the super trend. So in between, if someone who wanted to enter, exit, you know the levels, you know what are the drills that needed to be done. So the live mentoring program is available here. You can enroll. How many of you have used the code? In case if you have not used the code, I'll share the codes again. So if the OI is falling, what is the like an indication here? OI is falling, price is also falling. What does that mean? Long unwinding, correct? Guys, we are just sharing the trades for the educational purposes. Please do not copy or mimic. Okay? Thank you all so much, guys. Because if I needed to showcase the tool, I needed to show you something, right? Okay. We will take a break. We will be back. I'll address few more queries of yours, have lunch, and then be back. We didn't have lunch, so we will have it, and then we'll be back. So someone who wanted some more queries addressed, please reach out to me on these numbers. Our team will help you out. Or you can just reach out to me on Twitter ID, Joshua123. So you know the promo code for buying OI Pulse on one click. Any plan, HBD50, you will get 50% off. Promo code LMP24, you will get a massive 5,000 rupee discount on that. From 25,999, it will be like a pre-offer price, will be 14,999. You can make use of it. Ditto is not included, guys. Ditto will be a separate product as and when it is getting launched. Guys, the promo code may get filled probably in a day or two because it is based on first come, first serve basis. It is for a limited seats. Other seats will be sold at 19,999. And for the past mentoring participants, you would get the code in your groups, respective groups. Use that code. How many of you are attending this session for the first time, guys? Hope it helped you. Have you ever thought the OI data and the way we decode the data, have you ever thought that this will be the way it will be used? Yeah, we will be like, and when you're taking and sharing the strategies, we will be doing it in the live market, guys. So naturally, there will be live trades which will be happening. Okay, just give me a second. Guys, the link is available in oipulse.com. Register yourself. You can purchase the plan live mentorship and OI plans, OI Pulse plans. So if you're buying a OI Pulse plan, just click on any plan. Go Pro is for a month. Go Annual is for 12 years. Go Annual Combo is combination of both OI Pulse and one click. So you can do the analysis and also you can do the trading as well. So click on this, subscribe. Instead of 30,678, HBD 50, 50% off, you will get flat 13,000 discount. So you'll just pay 15,999. So any plan, you can buy it. And maybe you might be able to buy only 2 times. That means if you're having an existing plan and you wanted to buy this plan, you can buy this plan twice. And what will happen to the existing plan? Don't worry about it. You will not lose any dates. Your existing plan will continue to run. The new plan, whatever that you bought, will start from once your existing plan expires. So imagine if you're buying a plan today, if you already have a plan, that plan will run. The new plan will start once your existing plan expires. So you won't lose any dates. So I have plan subscription till 2026. So from 2020, it has been there till 2026. All my previous plan got expired. So there was a time wherein our mentoring program was costing us around 57,999. So make use of this because we are not going to be doing too many sessions. So make use of this plan, purchase it, and then enjoy it. Looks like the market has been tanking. Are we getting a support trade? Almost you got a support trade. How many of you looked at that? You got a trade there? Opportunity done? So for one click, where can we get it? You just needed to click on the one click, new one click, go to new one click plans. Here you will get it. And you'll also know which are the brokers who are available. You can subscribe it here, the annual plan, subscribe. One click plans here. Okay. So someone who wanted to buy only one click on new one click. Here you can click on the one click plan. But someone who wanted to buy a combo, click on OI Pulse plans. You will get the combo plan, Go Annual combo. It will be combination of both Go Annual plus one click. You will get all the benefits of both OI Pulse and one click. Yeah. Vasant, I think the only thing is like, and you may need to go with the annual plans for you to get that. Guys, currently there is no combo plan, but monthly you can use this code to buy that separately because you are getting it at 50% discount. Angel One is not available because of API restrictions. Prajesh, if you're using two different emails, buy it in one and then send an email to support@oipulse.com. They will combine it. The live mentorship will end in the month of September, and then you will get the recordings available for you for 60 days post that. So till the year end, you will be able to see the recordings. So currently we refer TradeSmart. For NRO. We don't have an account at this juncture. Probably you can type files. Rajesh, you just needed to add the indicator, then you will get it. So just go into this indicator, OSPL. Just give me a second. You will see OSPL signal, just add it. The quick scalpers for the ultra fast traders, OSPL signal will be the better one. Guys, how many of you looked at and took a trade exactly near to the support territory? That is something which I was telling you all, right? How many of you looked at that? Don't tell me I didn't tell you this trade. You should have made money. Guys, we recommend, Chinmay, we recommend TradeSmart. Guys, anyone who wanted the unlimited broking account like the way we used to trade, just ping me on the WhatsApp. By tomorrow, you will get a response. 9945645682. I'll send you the complete details. This is our Telegram channel. Join that for further updates. And YouTube people, you also got the details. Thank you. We'll go for a break. We'll be back at 2 o'clock.